Prayer is power. When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Prayer is power. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Pray. 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 Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. 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 When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. 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 Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Pray. Prayer is power. When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. Pray. Pray.
Welcome, everyone, to Dr. Pillai's Religion of Religions YouTube channel. Today is Wednesday, April 5th, 2023. We are about to do a live, in-depth planetary puja using the chart of now based on my current location in the state of New Mexico in the United States. My name is Swamini Valli. I am a Pillai Center teacher and an AstroVed astrologer, and I am very happy to be hosting this program Monday through Friday on this channel. Dr. Pillai has explained the planets and stars are more than just objects in outer space. There is a divine light being associated with all of them. In doing this puja, we are invoking the blessings of these light beings and asking their blessings to flow into our lives and also into our world. To do the puja, we're using the South Indian style layout of the chart. I've drawn the chart of the moment in chalk on a little blackboard that's sitting on a side table, and that's where I'm going to do the puja. To do the puja, I have a little container of water, a lit tea light, an incense stick, a bell, a raisin, and a bowl of fresh flower petals. Flowers have tremendous purity. When we hold a flower or a flower petal in our hand, as we're saying a prayer or a mantra, the flower has such purity, it's able to transmit those vibrations right into the Akashic realm and update our Akashic records. So we're very grateful to the flower petals for their help with the puja. I'm going to start the puja with first taking the water and sprinkling some water on all four sides of the blackboard chart to purify the space where we're going to be having the puja. I'm sprinkling a few drops of water on top of myself to symbolically purify me. And I'm sending a few drops of water out into space towards all of you to symbolically purify everyone, whether you're watching this live or later on a replay. Now we're going to invoke Ganesha, the archetype who removes obstacles. Om Shring Gam. Om Shring Gam. Om Shring Gam. We ask Ganesha to come and to remove all obstacles from this puja, and I ask him to remove all obstacles in the life of the participants, in the physical, mental, emotional, financial, and spiritual areas of your lives. I ask him to remove obstacles for all of you, now and always. Next, we do a short Tamil chant, asking all of the planets to be beneficial towards us. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atiyar Arvarku Mikave. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atiyar Arvarku Mikave. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atihar Harvarku Mikave. We ask all of the planets to be beneficial today towards us and towards our world. We thank Saint Yanasamunda for teaching this chant, and we are grateful to Dr. Pillai for sharing it with us. Now, we turn attention towards the time elements that are active in my local area. Someone is saying no sound. Can someone verify that I don't have my mic open? Because on my side, it looks to me like I do. I'm pausing for a moment for someone in the chat to verify if what Barbara is saying is true or if you are hearing me. I just have to wait for a moment because there's a little lag between the video. Is this true? It's okay. Okay, Evelyn is saying it's okay. So Barbara, if you don't have sound, can you please check your, okay, Barbara, please check your device. Barbara, please check your device. Please check your device. Please check your device or restart. Okay, good. Okay, Barbara's saying it's okay for her now. Okay, very good. Thank you for pausing for a moment while I checked on that. Continuing on with the puja, next we are doing the time elements that are active in my local area. We start with honoring the planet that's ruling the day. Today is Wednesday, which is ruled by Mercury. I'm putting the flower petals on Mercury on the little blackboard chart. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Next, we honor the star that the moon is in. At the moment, the moon is in a star called Hasta, a star symbolized as an open hand in blessing. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Next, we honor the Tithi, or the moon phase. At the moment, we are in the 15th waxing moon, also called the full moon in English, and called Purnima in Sanskrit. We honor the moon phase, and I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Purnima Devye Namaha. Om Purnima Devye Namaha. Om Purnima Devye Namaha. Next, we honor the planet that's ruling the hour. In my local area, that happens to be the moon. I put more flower petals on the moon. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Now we're going to acknowledge the yoga and the Karana time elements. Dr. Pillai said for these, we would not use flower petals. We would say their names 3 times each. The yoga that's active right now is one called Dhruva, which has energies that are reliable. Dhruva, Dhruva, Dhruva. And the Karana that's active right now is one called Vishti, which has energies that are inefficient. Vishti, Vishti, Vishti. Now, we turn our attention to the chart of the moment. We start with the sign that is the ascendant, represented here with the letters AC for ascendant. This happens to be Misha, or Aries. Dr. Pillai said we would start with honoring the planet that rules the ascendant sign as a gesture to its importance at the moment. Aries is ruled by Mars, so I start with honoring Mars and putting flower petals on him. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Today, in the ascendant sign of Aries is Mercury, Rahu, Uranus, and Venus. Mercury and Rahu are in the same star, so I will invoke both of them before I honor the star. I start with honoring Mercury and put flower petals on him. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. Next, we honor Rahu for being in Aries. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Mercury and Rahu are both in a star called Ashwini, a star that can give blessings for speed and also healing. Om Ashwinihe Namaha. Om Ashwinihe Namaha. Om Ashwinihe Namaha. Ashwini star is ruled by the Ashwini Kumaras, horse-headed twins who have tremendous healing energies. I put the flower petals across Mercury and Rahu. Om Ashwini Kumarsye Namaha. Om Ashwini Kumarsye Namaha. Om Ashwini Kumarsye Namaha. Ashwini star is ruled by Ketu. I put the flower petals on Ketu. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Next, we honor Uranus for being in Aries. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Uranus is in a star called Bharani, a star with a tremendous amount of divine feminine Shakti or power. Om Bharanihe Namaha. Om Bharanihe Namaha. Om Bharanihe Namaha. Bharani star is ruled by Yama, archetype of justice. We ask Yama to help us to be just and merciful towards others, and we ask for justice for our world. Om Yamaye Namaha. Om Yamaye Namaha. Om Yamaye Namaha. Bharani star is ruled by Venus. I put flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Next, we honor Venus for being in Aries. I put more flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Venus is in a star called Kritika, a star of truth. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Kritikaye Namaha. Om Kritikaye Namaha. Om Kritikaye Namaha. Kritika star is ruled by the sun. I put the flower petals. No, first I honor the archetype. Kritika star is ruled by Agni, the archetype of fire. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Agnihe Namaha. Om Agnihe Namaha. Om Agnihe Namaha. Kritika star is ruled by the sun. I put the flower petals on the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Misha or Aries, a fire sign with very active energies, today containing Mercury, planet of communication, and also planet of business, and Rahu, planet that helps us to think outside the box and make friends with new technologies. And Uranus, a planet that helps with higher intelligence, success in life, and also astrology. And Venus, planet of love and beauty and joy and enjoyment of material plane comforts and the arts. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Mithuna or Gemini, which today contains Mars. We honor Mars, and I put the flower petals on him. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Mars is in a star called Ardra, a star symbolized as a teardrop of compassion, a star that can help us to be hardworking to relieve the suffering of others. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Ardrahe Namaha. Om Ardrahe Namaha. Om Ardrahe Namaha. Ardra star is ruled by Rudra, a fierce form of Shiva who comes to destroy negativities. Om Rudraye Namaha. Om Rudraye Namaha. Om Rudraye Namaha. Ardra star is ruled by Rahu. I put the flower petals on Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Gemini, which is Mercury. I put the flower petals on Mercury. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Mithuna or Gemini, a sign with a great range of energies, today containing Mars, a planet that is both a healer and a protector. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. Today, Mercury is sitting in Aries, a star ruled by Mars, and Mars is sitting in Gemini, a star ruled by Mercury. That's something that's called a Parivartana yoga, and what it means is that those two planets have each other's back while they're each sitting in a sign ruled by the other guy. They are more mutually supportive towards each other's agenda than they might be otherwise. It's an interesting thing to note. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Kanya or Virgo, which today contains the moon. We honor the moon. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Today, the moon is in a star called Hasta, a star symbolized as an open hand in blessing. May we all be going about our day giving blessings to others. We invoke the blessings of this star. Om Hastaye Namaha. Om Hastaye Namaha. Om Hastaye Namaha. Hasta star is ruled by Savitur, a form of the sun in which he is an element of telling the truth, a true witness to things. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Saviturye Namaha. Om Saviturye Namaha. Om Saviturye Namaha. Hasta star is ruled by the moon. I put more flower petals on the moon. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Virgo is ruled by Mercury. I put the flower petals on Mercury. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Kanya or Virgo, a zodiac sign that is very analytical, can help with logic and pattern recognition, and also can help with everything related to numbers. Today containing the moon, which is our mind and our emotions. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with a planet in it is Tula or Libra, which today contains Ketu. We honor Ketu. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Ketu is in a star called Swati, a star symbolized as young shoots of plants blowing in the wind. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Swati star is ruled by Vayu, archetype who rules the wind and the air element, and also is the father of Hanuman. Om Vayuve Namaha. Om Vayuve Namaha. Om Vayuve Namaha. Swati star is ruled by Rahu. I put the flower petals on Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Libra, which is Venus. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Tula or Libra, a zodiac sign that has energies for balance, fairness, harmony, today containing Ketu, who is sometimes called the saintly planet. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with a planet in it is Makara or Capricorn, which today contains Pluto. We honor Pluto. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Pluto is in a star called Uttara Ashada, a star that can give long-lasting blessings for success. I put the flower petals on Pluto. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Uttarashada star is ruled by the 10 Visvadevas, 10 archetypes who each embody a unique, divine, universal principle. I put the flower petals on Pluto. Om Visvadevasyes Namaha. Om Visvadevasyes Namaha. Om Visvadevasyes Namaha. Uttarashada star is ruled by the sun. I put the flower petals on the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Capricorn, which is Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Makara, or Capricorn, a zodiac sign that can activate ancient past life skills and abilities. Today, containing Pluto, a planet that helps with rationality and science. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Kumbha, or Aquarius, which today contains Saturn. We honor Saturn. I put flower petals on him. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Saturn is in a star called Satyabhisha, a star symbolized as an empty circle. This is a star with tremendous healing energies. It sometimes is called 100 physicians. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Satyabhishaye Namaha. Om Satyabhishaye Namaha. Om Satyabhishaye Namaha. Satyabhisha's star is ruled by Varuna, archetype who rules the rains and the oceans. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Varunaye Namaha. Om Varunaye Namaha. Om Varunaye Namaha. Satyabhisha's star is ruled by Rahu. I put the flower petals on Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Aquarius, which is Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Kumbha, or Aquarius, a zodiac sign that has energies to be humanitarian and to be service-oriented. Today, containing Saturn, planet that helps with patience and compassion. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Meena, or Pisces, which today contains Neptune and the Sun and Jupiter. We start with honoring Neptune, and I put the flower petals on him. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Neptune is in a star called Purvabhadrapada. Dr. Pillai says this is a star that can give blessings for enlightenment, charity, and purification. I put the flower petals on Neptune. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Purvabhadrapada star is ruled by Aja Ekapada, an archetype who can help us to experience deeper levels of stillness and also forgiveness. I put the flower petals on Neptune. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Purvabhadrapada star is ruled by Jupiter. I put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Next, we honor the Sun and Jupiter. They are both in the same star, so we will invoke both of them before we invoke the star. I start with the Sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Next, we honor Jupiter for being in Pisces. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. The Sun and Jupiter are both in a star called Revati, a star that can give blessings with wealth and travel. We put the flower petals across the Sun and Jupiter. Om Revatiye Namaha. Om Revatiye Namaha. Om Revatiye Namaha. Revati is ruled by Pushan, an archetype who helps take care of the cows of the gods. He himself is an archetype, and in taking care of the cows, cows are a symbol of wealth in an agrarian culture. Pushan is an archetype who can help with us with prosperity. He can also help with animals, those who take care of animals, and he can also help with travelers. I put the flower petals across the Sun and Jupiter. Om Pushanye Namaha. Om Pushanye Namaha. Om Pushanye Namaha. Revati's star is ruled by Mercury. I put the flower petals on Mercury. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. Now, we honor the planet that rules Pisces, which is Jupiter. I put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Meena, or Pisces, the most metaphysical and transcendental of all the zodiac signs, today containing Neptune, a planet that helps with our intuition and helps us to understand our own inner life, and the Sun, which is our soul, and also a planet so important for our health and our self-esteem, and Jupiter, a planet that helps with everything related to spiritual teachings, and also a planet that can help with wealth and everything related to banking or legal matters. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. Now, I take a lit tea light and I hold it in the air above the blackboard that has the chart drawn in chalk and the many piles of flower petals. And in the air, I circle the tea light above the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction, offering the element of light to all of these divine beings that we have just invoked. Next, I take a lit incense stick to offer the air element and also a sweet fragrance, and I circle that above the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction. Next, I take a bell to offer the element of sound. And now I take a raisin, a small fruit representing the earth element, and I circle that above the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction. Later, I will eat that raisin as a piece of prasad or blessed food. Right now, I make prayer hands and I make sincere prayer to all of these divine beings that we have just invoked, asking them to send their positive blessings into the lives of all of us and also into the lives of our families, our friends, our neighbors, our colleagues, our homes, our workplaces, our schools, our communities, our countries, and indeed the entire world. May everyone on this planet have healthy food to eat, clean water to drink, clean air to breathe, a safe place to live, good clothes to wear, access to health care, good education, sustainable jobs, and may everyone on this planet have love in their life, now and always. I pray for enlightened leaders, enlightened citizens, enlightened laws, enlightened countries, and entire enlightened civilizations. I ask for blessings for all of my teachers, past, present, and to come. And I ask for blessings for all of my students, past, present, and to come. And I make a bow. You can continue to make your own prayers in silence for a minute, and then we can do a short Q&A period. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace to the body, peace to the mind, peace to the soul, peace to the environment. Peace, peace, peace. May we all go about our day or our evening in peace. Thank you all for being here. I truly appreciate your participation and your support. Today is a full moon in North America. It's a good day to be working with the Shrimbrazi sounds for prosperities, for focusing especially on your material plane goals and being very clear about what you're asking the goddess for. Right now, we have a little bit of time for a short Q&A period. If you want to post questions in the chat, I will do my best to try to answer them. I thank all of you for being here. I'm very grateful for your participation, for your support, and grateful that we have a blessing from Dr. Pillai to do this program, and grateful for this Religion of Religions channel, as well as the other programs that are here. Checking the chat right now, not seeing any questions today, which is okay. We don't have to have questions every day. I just like to give you an opportunity to ask them if you have them. So given that I don't see any questions, I want to be respectful towards your time. So I will go ahead and close out for today. Again, we appreciate it when you press the like button, and we appreciate it when you subscribe to the channel, as that helps the channel to grow. Oh, I do see one question in the chat here. Soon is saying, which hora is good for car repair? Okay, Venus is a planet that has something to do with vehicles. It helps us to have nice vehicles. For repair, Mars is a planet that likes to take practical action to solve problems that can be solved. So Mars hora could be good. Venus hora, because Venus does have some impact on our vehicles, what we ride in, could also be good. Mercury is a planet that rules business, and I don't know that there would be a bad hora for that, but those are the ones that are coming to my mind, just off the top of my head. So, also you want to, be going to a good mechanic. Typically when I move to a new area, I ask around neighbors that I trust who they might recommend to get an honest mechanic, because that's also helpful as well. A good question, soon. If I research it and get any better answer, I'll let you know. But that's a good question. Van is saying, is it possible that the form of my soul is changed by the meditation and chanting? Van, I would say that our soul genetics can be changed, I know, by the Tarpanum ritual from Dr. Pillai. So it sounds that there are changes that can happen for us at a soul level. And I would say that in doing the meditation and the prayers and the chanting, that it's helping all of us to connect at a deeper level to our soul. So that would be also something that's helping us. She is saying that her forehead and her right side have changed on her skull. There could be some changes happening if energetically your physical body is changing. So I'm not a technician about how all of the energy works. So I would just say, yes, there's a possibility that can happen as a result of meditation and prayers, that there can be changes in us. I know that I'm 70 years old and I'm much more active than, say, my grandmothers would have been at age 70. So whether it's better diet or the meditations, the spiritual practices, I don't know, but I do know that it's possible for us to be experiencing differences in, ourselves and our lives than perhaps the people that went before us in our family. Okay. Soon says she posted a question about which hora is good for car repair. I had suggested Venus hora or Mars hora, Mercury hora as a suggestion. Okay. Thank you, Soon, for the question. Thank you, Van. And thank you, everyone, for being here. I'm going to go ahead and close out for today, and I will be here again tomorrow. Namaste. The light in me truly honors the light in all of you. May light encompass all.